Back in August 2022, I was invited to become part of the 48-hour film project, which, as the name suggests, we need to make a film from start to finish in under 48 hours. There are some restrictions though, because our team was given the genre of vacation or holiday film, the character JJ who works on Wall Street, a towel to use as a prop, and a line of dialogue.
I love it. What do you call it?
As film composers, our work is usually done in the post-production, meaning we start scoring once the filming is done. But in this instance, we're making a film musical, which means the music has to exist before the production phase, otherwise they cannot film anything. Working alongside the amazing Josh Ben-Ami and Emmy-nominated director Brian Rue, and not to mention the amazing cast and crew, we need to create music as fast as possible from this to this.
Tonight, all will be red letter dancing under the mistletoe.
This is how you can supercharge your workflow to create music faster. Strategize what the music will be. In Cubase, I use marker tracks to set an objective like this guitar strumming pattern here,
This job can feel so isolated.
or the use of sleigh bells, or this flex part when the vocalist isn't singing. Some even didn't make it, like this woodwind runs when the singer sings ho ho ho.
Ho ho.
I found by setting objectives, you have a tendency on executing rather than thinking, creating a faster, more streamlined workflow. Set priorities on what is important or not. For me, the most important part is the loudest sound in the mix, followed by the highest pitch and the lowest pitch, and the rest is less audible so that you can devote less time with it and it will still sound fine. In this case, the loudest sound is the vocals. Devote most of your time there. Make sure it sounds polished and sits right in the mix, while also being clear and intelligible.
And tonight, all will be red letter on this magical night with you.
The highest sound in this particular instance is mostly the violins. Make sure that the sequencing is realistic, since it will be noticeable if it doesn't sound refined. The lowest pitch instrument is the bass and the kick. Make sure they lock and tie together to provide a stable foundation for the whole mix to sit on top of. The rest you can actually compromise because it's less audible, yet it's still there. Create with tools you're familiar with. While it is tempting to try out new plugins or use the newest version of a software, when your objective is speed, please don't do it. You might encounter bugs or try to achieve something you're not familiar with, and that will definitely slow down your process. Instead, devote more time when you're not working on something urgent to discover the nooks and crannies of the things you use to create music. Look for the sound you like, discover features that goes under the hood of the software, and try maximizing on utilizing what you have instead of being tempted of the flashy new thing. Find out about the tools that can help you. We live in an era where we can use technology to augment our abilities to create things and use them to our advantage. I can share a few that helped me tremendously in this project. The most basic one that most people know is that you can record slower than real time. Quantize time, changing wrong notes, tuning performances, but also use something like a guitar strummer, drum groove presets, chord path generator, using learn function to detect problematic frequencies, automatic vocal writer, presets, and so on. There's so many tools that can help us, and the great thing about most of them is that we can still have creative control of these tools that help augment our abilities to create music. When your objective is to write as fast as possible, do what is comfortable for you. The point here is not to take things to the next level. You don't need to spend countless hours getting the perfect take. It only needs to sound good enough. The problem is, good enough is relative, and it really depends on you and the people you're working with. Try finding a good compromise between those two and try to chase that good enough using your strength first. In my case, it is my string writing, and then create music to envelope that area of your strength. The truth is you cannot be the master of everything, and there's a certain threshold that you're better off hiring people that had refined their craft for years. In my case, if Josh wasn't there, I don't have the songwriting skills to create anything this good in this limited amount of time. Trust me, they will make a huge difference in your music. Follow me if you want tips and tricks like this, and comment down below if you have any questions.